Hello and welcome to another exciting review. And today we'll have a look at a Montblanc pen. And this is not any Montblanc pen. No! This is a cute Montblanc pen. But it's an actual Montblanc. It's not an imitation. This is, of course, the Montblanc Mozart. I can't reassemble the box. It's not really the correct box, I think. But I got this in a shop where they sell off stock that remains from other shops, pens, etc. So I'm not going to cover the box. I'm just going to cover the pen. Alright. I think this pen is supposed to come with a CD. It did not. I don't care. It's a very, very cute pen. A very, very small one. And I absolutely love it. It's pretty much, if you take a Montblanc 149 and you stick it in the dryer, then you get a Mozart. Alright, now Mozart, it's a small pen, and clearly it wasn't really bought for me. It was bought as a gift for someone that I love who has much smaller hands than I do. And I'm going to cover the parts of the pen, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then I'll do a writing sample. Of course, at the top of the pen, the finial, it has the Montblanc White Star. It should have, right? And then you have the clip. It's honestly just like a 149. It has everything the 149 has. You have the clip, and yes, at the underside of the clip it does say PIX. There is a serial number on the little gold ring that holds the clip in place. The clip is really usable, and then it has a center band which says Montblanc Meisterstück, just like it should. I don't know how well you can see that given its really small writing, but it is on there, and you have the gold ring and then the little gold bit there. That is a little bit different from the 149, as you can see here. So that's an area of the cap where it really changes a little bit. And then you have the barrel. It was a fine nib. I left the sticker on for now. And then you have threads at the end. Now this is not a piston filler. It would be amazing if this would be a small piston filler, but then it would pretty much hold what a converter holds as to ink. The cap screws onto the back. Notice how the nib and clip align perfectly. If you are slightly obsessive like me, then that's a very nice thing to have. You have this very cute small section, threads right there, not at the end but at the front. These threads are completely not sharp. It's pretty much just one thread, so it's not sharp at all, very pleasant to hold, and ridiculously small. Then you have a small fine nib. It is 14K, it says Montblanc 585, it says 4810, it has the snowflake or the white star on it, it has everything it should have on it, but if you compare it to the 149 nib, it is just hilariously cute. Okay, the one thing that makes this a little bit different from many of the, I think actually all of the Meisterstück pens, is that, as I understand it, this is metal, at least the pen seems to be, and what you can do, there we go, very simply filled by a cartridge. I put in a Templar MIDI converter. Thank you, Bill, you know who you are. It fits perfectly, and that was the only converter I could fit in. Not a Caveco converter, this is the only one I could fit in. So very, very small. Not a giant ink capacity, but what a fantastically cute pen. Alright, what do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, everyone's going to say, isn't it very expensive? Yes, it's very expensive. Considering it's such a small pen, it's very expensive. I'll tell you a secret. Buy a Montblanc pen and you probably overpay. It's the way it is. We know they're expensive. We know the brand is marketed to a crazy extent. This is the way it is. Is it worth it? For me, it was worth it. It was a gift for a special person. So then it's worth it. Okay, is this a pen I would use on a daily basis? Absolutely not. Do you see this? It just won't work out. However, this is a very cute pen that you can clip to an organizer, for example. And that's actually what it was supposed to be used for. So that's the purpose, really. I like the way it's built. I like the fact that it's sturdy. I like the fact that I could fit the Templar mini converter in. It has everything it should have. It has a gold nib. It really is cute and a lot of fun to use. Things I don't like about it so much. Well, the size. It's the one serious downfall. I mean, look at the. I can't even hold it if I don't post it. It will just disappear in my hand. Ridiculously small, but cute. I think I've stressed that enough now. So that's the one thing I mean, the size I don't really like so much, but you know that when you buy it, What I do really like is the threads at the end of the section. They work very well, not sharp at all, and the pen writes like a dream. I have to give it that. Ink flow is very good, very consistent, a nice smooth nib, as you may expect from Montblanc. So the one thing I will say about it is that even though it is a relatively expensive pen, it writes like a dream. Okay, let's take a couple of measurements and then we move on to the writing sample. The weight in all is 16 grams, so 1/6. It's a very light, small pen, as you can imagine. But even though 16 grams for such a small pen, I mean, in comes the metal. Alright, capped it has a length of 113.1 millimeters, uncapped it's 98 millimeters, it's really small, guys. Posted it's 119.2, the section diameter ranges from 7.7 to 9.2 millimeters, and the barrel is 6.2 to 9.3 millimeters diameter. I hope this was useful. Let's check out the writing sample, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Alright, here we go with the Mozart. I just wanted to show you that pen in relationship to a 149 to show off the size. This is a Montblanc Mozart, and the nib is fine. But for a fine, I actually find this to be somewhat on the medium side. Okay, let's do some writing.
Lavender.
Someone here whispers that it's actually lavender purple. That's good because I forgot. It's Montblanc lavender purple. Very nice ink. Very dark, and this one's a pretty saturated nib, but it's a nice ink. Okay, the quick brown fox. I have to admit that I'm very impressed by this nib, and the reason for that, I know it's a very expensive one, I know it's 14K, but it's very well tuned. It's not scratchy at all. For a fine nib, that's impressive, and it just writes beautifully, very smooth, and such a small nib, very well polished. I find that very impressive. Let's do a bit of fast writing. As you can see, no skipping, really well tuned. Okay, wetness, well, again, small nib, but do not be fooled, it's a pretty wet writer. As to line variation, it's not the springiest Montblanc nib I've ever used, but you can definitely squeeze out a little bit of line variation. For those of you who like reverse writing, very scratchy and very extra fine, I would say, this writing. Also bear in mind that because it's so small, if you rotate it, the clip will be in your fingers. But that's only for those of you who do this kind of stuff. Okay, I hope this was useful. Definitely a very small, cute Montblanc, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.